So this is the deferred 2023 deferred question. I'm going to look at the auxiliary vanishing points relating to the antennae of this question. Okay. Now from the solution or from the past papers, you can see that the antenna starts at that point, goes up at 35 degrees, back up at 35 degrees, and then horizontal across the top. So this graphic here illustrates exactly how it's going to look. We have to use auxiliary vanishing points to determine this antenna. So what I'm going to do first of all is get the exact starting point for the antenna. Now how I'm going to do it is I'm going to bring, that point has already been brought down to the spectator, that point we used for the doorway. It intersected the picture plane here, we brought it down to, and it intersects the roof there. Okay, so we brought it down to create the door shape, but it intersects the roof there, and I'm going to join it back to vanishing point 2. So I know that the center line, or the antenna, intersects the roof on that point, or on that line. Whereabouts exactly, we just need to bring down the exact point now. Okay, so I'm bringing down that point to the spectator, where it intersects the picture plane. Bring it down there, and now we have the exact point where the antenna starts from. So now I need to get my 35-degree auxiliary vanishing points. Okay. Now I know that my auxiliary vanishing points, or my 35-degree angles, are in relation to this, what appears to be horizontal line in the plan. So because the 35-degree incline is in relation to this horizontal line, I'm going to apply a 35-degree angle to this horizontal construction line that we've used to get the vanishing point. Yeah. So I'm going to go at 35 degrees from here, from the spectator. There we go. 35 degrees. And when I do this, I always annotate the angle. So there's my 35-degree angle going out this way. And where the horizontal line intersects the picture plane, I'm going to go up perpendicular to it to intersect that 35-degree angle. And there we go. And that gives me what we'll annotate as height h. Okay? So now I have my height h. So just make sure it's the correct line. Yep. No problem. Now, so I'm going to take that height h on my compass now. I'll let you see where I'm taking that from. So that's height h. And because this auxiliary vanishing point is in relation to the horizontal line, we're going to apply this height h above the vanishing point 1, which is the vanishing point for the horizontal appearing lines. So I'm going to mark that above it and below it. So I'm going to mark that height h, the distance for h, above the vanishing point 1 and below the vanishing point 1. I just need to extend that line down. And I'll readjust the camera if that's just off screen, please. Yeah, just a bit. Okay. And that gives me this point, which I'll call my auxiliary AUX VP1, and this point down here, which is my AUX VP2. So there's one, and there's the other. So now I want to go up at 35 degrees, so auxiliary vanishing point 1 is the angle that I'm going to use to go up at 35 degrees from the center point. Okay, so that's the set angle using the correct auxiliary vanishing points. Where or how long does that line go for? Well, that's the distance it goes, so I'm going to join that the same way down to my spectator where it cuts the picture plane. So I can harden that line in now. Now I have its length. Alright, and then it goes at 35 degrees in the other way. So that would mean we're going to use auxiliary vanishing point 2. for that. And how far does it go? Well, we have that point already brought down to the spectator. Where I cut the spectator, we bring it down to here. And that gives me, it's so directly above that point essentially. That gives me the exact length of that 35-degree line. And then the top of that antenna is just horizontal. So, or sorry, well, it's this direction here. So it appears vertical in my plan. So that will mean that once I have that point, which I do, I just join it to my vanishing point. And it starts there, and it ends, we have taken this line already across there. So I've got those start and end points because I've already brought that point down, and it's got the same width of the roof, so just where it cuts the other side of the roof, bring it up, and that gives me the start and end point of the antenna, and there's the antenna finished. Okay, and that's the entire drawing complete.